Hello, my name is Safira Kolodia Makahinda. Thanks for the time. Now, I'm going to revisit the introduction of the English course ielts. ielts, or International English Testing System, is one of the language requirements for the study of information technology. ielts understanding. ielts is an English proficiency test which proves you have certain standards in English, whether for the purpose of a work or study. The test to learn the 4 language skills of listening, reading, speaking, and writing. The ielts are recognized by educational institutions in Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Ireland, South Africa, and a number of professional bodies worldwide. ielts are accepted by over 6 million organizations worldwide. For all you know, the ielts are available in 2 formats of academic and general. And what's a difference between the two? The academic test is for international students who want to study at higher education institution in the English-speaking world. General tests are ideal for those who wish to migrate to English-speaking country or work for a professional organization. The test itself for the ability to listen and speak in academic tests and general training has the same material. However, for tests of readability and writing, we choose each one for academic or common skill. For the ielts test itself divided into 4 parts. All candidates are tested in listening, reading, writing, and speaking. On the listening test, it takes 13 minutes. Reading test takes 16 minutes. Writing test takes 16 minutes too. Speaking test takes 11.5 14 minutes. And the total test time is 2 hours 45 minutes, excluding a break. Listening test. On the listening test, in 13 minutes, is divided in 4 sections with 14 questions. In the test, listening, we should explain based on the real-world listening situation. And in the listening test is difficultly. Range of the topics and task is a listening for a specific information, e.g. dates, and a place name. In this listening test, you must listening some information about dates or place names. and understanding gives our mind. You must understanding the mind of what you're listening, and understanding speaker attitude or opinion. On the listening test format is divided in 4 sections. And the section 1 is a conversation with 2 speakers. On section 2 is a monologue. You talk about yourself or something. In section 3 is a conversation again, but in the section 3, conversation with 4 speakers. And the last section is section 4 is a lecture. General listening strategy. The first is recording is played once. Recording is played once. Read the question carefully before listening. Remember, read question carefully before listening. And familiarize yourself with question types, completing a chart, selecting a picture, note-taking exercise. The next part is reading. On the reading test, in 16 minutes, have a 3 reading passage with a totally 14 questions. On the reading test, texts are taken from books or a magazine or journals and newspapers, of course, what you want. On the reading test, question types on the reading test is find detailed information, identify attitude and views, and complete a diagram. For general reading strategy, first is identify reading skills being test. And practice the skills. You must always reading a book or reading book or magazines or journal and a newspaper or something you want. Next part is a writing test. On the writing test, in 16 minutes, is divided in 2 tasks. In the task 1, in the 20 minutes, you must descriptive report of a table or diagram in 115 words. On the task 2, in 14 minutes, in 215 words, essay in a response to an opinion or a problem. Repeat again. On task 2, in 14 minutes, in 2015 word essay in a responsive to an opinion or a problem. Last is a discuss issues, construct an argument, and use the appropriate tone and a register. For a general writing strategy, the first is read the question carefully. Always they say read the question carefully. Familiarize yourself with description of data in newspaper textbooks. That's why you must always writing book, on book, newspaper, textbooks, or something. Next is practice formulating your own ideas on topics. Yes, practice is a best strategy, of course. Next part or last part is speaking. On the speaking test, in 15 minutes, speaking test doing face-to-face interview between one candidate and one examiner. Part 1, in 4.5 minutes, it's talk about introduction and interview. Yes, introduction and interview. On part 2, in 1.5-3 minutes, is including a prepare, is talk about individual talk. You must talk about yourself, where you from, and all about yourself. That's all. And part 3, in 4.5 minutes, is talk about discussion topics. You will given some topics, and you must discussion the topic with the examiner. On the speaking test, speak fluently and links ID coherently. Demonstrate a range of appropriate vocabulary. Use accurate grammar and appropriate register. And speak so that a listener can understand. Yes, of course, because it's a speaking test, you must speak. Now is a speaking strategy. Speaking strategy have many parts. Part 1, take the initiative is possible. Take the initiative is if possible. Yes. Always say more than yes or no. Please always say more than yes or no. And last, part 1 is try to overcome nervous. Be brave. I know you can. Speaking strategy part 2. The first is take the 1 minute preparation time. You must take preparation before doing speaking test. Jot down some main ideas. If you have some main ideas, just jot down. Last is sound interested in the talk. Yes, sound interested in the talk. On part 3 in a speaking strategy is give informed responses. Demonstrate your control of a language. Attempt to express abstract ideas. Support your opinion. Yes, what your opinion does, you must support that. And show that you are willing to provide extend replies. Next is scoring. Scoring in ielts. ielts provides a profile of a candidate's ability to use English. Candidate receive a score and a band scale from 1/2-9 band. Scores on the ielts test are graded into 9 bands as follows. Band 0 as a did not attempt the test. Band 1 is a non-user. Band 2 is intermittent user. Band 3 is extremely limited user. Band 4 is a limited user. Band 5 is a modest user. And Band 6 is a competent user. On the Band 6 has generally effective command of the language despite some inaccuracies, inaccuracies, and misunderstandings. Can use and understand fairly complex language, particularly in a familiar situation. Band 7 is a good user, Band 8 is a very good user, and Band 9 is expert user. Last is a general strategy. Always they say, familiarize yourself with the task, enjoy the task, and practice. Practice all the times at home, and you must know time management. So from the information on understanding IELTS, International English Language Testing System, that I can provide based on the result of our meeting on introduction of IELTS. It is understandable that the IELTS itself is extremely useful and helpful and indispensable to us as students in the field of information engineering. Try to learn the vocal of each vocabulary from the English to get used to it. Since the English test has a powerful effect on a student like us who wants to travel outside in order to both study and work. A lot of practice is talking at home, listening to English songs, writing English, and reading many English articles. That's very much for me. I'm Firama Kahinda. Thank you so much and see you.